So in Python, there's a lot of different libraries that exist, and libraries are essentially typically third-party code that's written by someone else that you want to use inside of your project. And the reason for that is because other people may write code that's useful to you. I can give a lot of different examples of popular ones. There's the requests library and the beautiful soup library, which allow you to make requests to web pages and then scrape those web pages for information. There's like matplotlib and numpy, which allow you to implement like mathematical calculations through Python. And these sort of libraries allow you to utilize common operations that are implemented in an efficient and effective way without having to write these solutions yourself. It's the whole concept of don't reinvent the wheel when you can just, use someone else's, right? So inside of Python, I just want to demonstrate that you can import packages using the following keywords. You could type in import, and then you're going to put in the name of the package that you wish to import. So for instance, OS is a common package that's pre-bundled with Python. So this allows you to do like operating system type commands, such as deleting files, for instance, is done through the OS library, and a lot of other operations. So there's a lot of pre-built libraries that come with Python. However, what happens when you want to install libraries that aren't packaged with Python? This is where a utility like pip comes in handy. Now, pip is packaged with the latest versions of Python, so the latest version of Python 2, the latest version of Python 3 will include pip pre-installed on it. To check if you have it, you can go into your command line and just type in pip, P-I-P, and you should get an output that looks like this, which is just like the generic help output. Now, if I want to install something through pip, I just simply type in pip install, and then we put the name of the thing that we wish to install. In this case, let's say I want to install like the requests library. I would type in pip install requests, and you would see it would go through and do all of the installation that's required to install the requests library. If I later decide that I don't want that library anymore, I could say pip uninstall requests, and you'll see it will ask me if I want to proceed, and I can say yes, and it will uninstall the package. So you can see pip is a really nice package manager just to be able to install and uninstall different libraries. Now, there are a lot of different places where you can find the libraries that are available inside of Python. Really, if you just look up the thing that you're looking to do, a lot of people will be able to suggest to you libraries that may be helpful. And then there are other websites. I think PYPI is the one that's most commonly used. And that one will have a list of all the different pip packages that exist that are easy to access, and it will show you the pip install command that's required to be able to do those. Now, there are a lot of different things that you can do with pip. You can install like different versions of different packages as well. I just wanted to sort of show the general idea of what pip is used for and how we can install packages. That way, if you take a look at other videos that involve like custom libraries and that sort of thing, you'll understand pip to a level where you can install those packages confidently. And just to demonstrate, if I install requests, I can then come over here and I can just like import in requests through here. Now, just to note here, when you're using something like PyCharm, it creates a virtual environment, which is separate from the actual Python environment. So you have to do an extra step here in order to get it to install through PyCharm. So I want to demonstrate this as well. If you go under File and under Settings, what you're going to see is once this loads up, there's a section for your project interpreter. So you'll see down here under Build, Execute, and Deployment, there'll be information about like your Python debugger and such. And we want to find the section that relates to the actual interpreter. So we just come up here and search interpreter. Here it is. So sorry, it's under your project. So it'll be your project name, and then Python interpreter. And you'll see here it will show all of the packages that are set up inside of Python currently in your virtual environment, right? So you can press on plus, and you'll see here you'll get a list of the libraries that are available to you through Python. So we can type in requests, which we just installed, and you'll see it right here, and it's available. So from here we can type on install package, and this will actually install the package into our virtual environment so that it can be used inside of our project. So you'll see it will just show down here that it's installing it, then it will say successfully installed, or it will show an error if it wasn't. And now from here, you'll see that request is no longer red underlined because it's included inside of our project. So this gives you a bit of an idea of how to do package management through PyCharm and pip. And through this, you'll be able to install custom third-party packages to be able to look at some of the most common and popular things like NumPy and Matplot and all of those sort of packages that are really commonly used with Python.